Hi, this is Juan from Hueleme, Mucho. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be speaking about Oud Minérale, the latest edition by Tom Ford. Hi, welcome to Hueleme Mucho, a channel dedicated to niche fragrances, colognes and perfumes. And today in our Non-Niche Tuesday, we're going to be talking about Oud Minérale, the latest edition by Tom Ford. And this is spoken about in the commercial edition because for me, Tom Ford has two types of fragrances. The niche fragrances, which are this kind of bottles, which are present not everywhere, more difficult to buy, more expensive. And these ones, which are the commercial, which you can find almost anywhere. So the thing is that there was an Oud Minérale like this one, which I don't have, but they've turned it into this one. So let's smell the fragrance. So the first time I tried this fragrance, I had like first half hour, which I was completely in awe and not in a good way. And let me explain, because this is a fragrance that the first time I smelled it, I thought, wow, this smells like rusted iron, rusted steel. But then I got to smell it a bit more, and then I got transported into a cemetery of forgotten ships, forgotten vessels. And yeah, I was like, wow. And this cemetery, it had some water, some salty water, it had some seaweed, but it was not just a sunny day, it was like cold winter day. The breeze was cold and you could smell the pines or something from a distant forest behind you. And that is what I was smelling, and I was like, okay, what was the fuss about this fragrance? And I didn't quite enjoy it as much because it was like, not sure. This rusty vibe, not for me. But after half an hour, bit more, then all the pieces started settling among each other, and then you got more the salty vibe, the oud, which is not that present. It just mixed and just coordinated the rest of the notes. Added some sweetness to it because you could feel the musk. So you had all of this, and then boom, it became a very elegant, nice fragrance. But the first half hour for me, it was like, what did just happen? So once you smell it, and once it's settled down, you realize that this is like the natural evolution of the blue bottle fragrances. You know, blue bottle fragrances are fragrances that are for men, that are super sexy, versatile, and elegant fragrances for men that are the super sellers of any collection. So if you go into any department store, you're going to see in any brand, the biggest bestseller is always a blue bottle. Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, Acqua di Gio Profondo, you name it. I mean, you go anywhere and you're going to see. It's just only if the bottle is blue or the liquid is blue. It's always like that. That's why everybody knows the blue bottles. This one is the one step beyond the blue bottle. I mean, blue bottles are green, aquatic, ambery kind of fragrances. This one is much more salty, it's much more aquatic, it's much more mature, much more elegant. So this is the one step beyond. And the positioning of this fragrance is perfection in terms of it's different enough to make you smell unique and close enough to the blue bottles so that you're not too far away from what people are expecting from you. I love how it smells once it settles down. It's very elegant, very mature, very here I am. It's a fragrance that is perfect for going to work. It's a fragrance that you're going to enjoy. You're going to make yourself memorable. And that is in terms of scent. In terms of power, when you buy a Tom Ford fragrance, you're expecting like a beast mode or something that is utterly powerful. And this is not the case. This is actually, if the regular Tom Fords are here, average fragrance here, this one goes beyond, below that average power and expected performance a fragrance should have in terms of dominance. But that makes it fantastic for going to work. So nobody's going to be overwhelmed by you. No, you're not going to be out of place. And you're always going to send the message of, I am the boss, or I am the one to be boss, or I want to be promoted. Because this is the kind of fragrance you wear, in my opinion, if you're a professional that sends a message of trustworthiness and I am the one that gets things done. This is the kind of fragrance I would go for. And without overwhelming the others. So that's the cool thing about this fragrance. But at the same time, this is a shy fragrance. It's a fragrance that it actually projects a lot. It's over 2 meters, between 1.5 and 2 meters. But the intensity of the scent is quite low, and it actually doesn't last that much. I mean, let's say 6 hours tops, 6 to, I mean, if you apply it on your clothing, but of course, if you have to apply everywhere to have this lasting longer, then Tom Ford has not done their job too well. But in terms of scent, in terms of the idea, in terms of what you should be using this for, this is fantastic. In terms of performance, I wish this had been a better fragrance. Again, the first half hour is very challenging, daring. It's like a test. But once you like it and then you like the final result, next times, the following times you use this, you're going to enjoy the ride. So that's, for me, the first time, which I was not expecting anything. I was like, wow. I was not actually expecting anything, and the result was not very good. But once again, it did evolve, and it evolved beautifully. What can I say? Time of the year to wear this all year round, day, night, completely unisex, even though I believe it's going to be bought much more by men than by women. If you like aquatic fragrances, if you like different fragrances, if you're used to buying commercial fragrances, then this is different enough, yet it's not out of the way. It's not, you're not wearing, I don't know, unicorn spring stars with chocolate butterflies. No, this is something that people can relate to, and the people will remember who the most elegant person in the room is. So, what can I say? Try it and see if it is for you or not. For the time being, yes, my friends, this is the end of the video. Hope that you've liked it. If you have, just give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I look very much forward to seeing you in next videos of Hueleme Mucho. Talk to you soon. Adiós, adiós.